everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this eyeshadow look here and also be doing a small little review on the Juvias Place Douce palette. So this is part of my Juvias Place haul palette review video list thing. I don't know what I'm calling this but I did a Juvias Place haul and I'm just doing a tutorial and review on each of the palettes that I got, just so you guys can kind of have a little bit of an update on my thoughts on what I did get from them. So if you would like to see how I created this look and my thoughts on the Juvias Place Douce palette, just keep on watching. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go in with my MAC paint pot in Painterly. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid like usual. Primer's on, and now I'm going to go right in with some color here. So what I was thinking is I'm going to do a look that kind of matches my earrings and my lipstick here. So I'm going to do green and pink and maybe put some of these duochrome shades in on the upper lid. And then, excuse me. And then maybe some of this color here, crepes, on the lower lash line. So let's just go in here with the, I'm going to go in with macarons, the green shade first, with my BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. Just patting out some of that primer because it was creasing. And I'm just going to place that on the outer corner of my eye. It is a shimmery shade and typically I don't do this, but I figured I'll have some fun today. Okay, and now I'm going to pick up one of my e.l.f. shadow brushes and then some of this color here, creme, until I accidentally dug my fingernail in it right there. And this is going to go all over most of the lid, but I'm going to keep about the inner third blank. I want to put a duochrome there, so I'll probably put it, I guess, just in the middle, but a little bit further, go to there. This color is very sheer and I'm just placing it. I'm not going to do too much blending with it because it's so pastel, and with pastel shades you don't really want to blend them too much because they'll blend away. So it's more just patting it on. I'm only blending it where the colors meet there. So I got quite a bit of fallout, but that's probably just because how much of the shadow I picked up. And I'll just grab that BH number 3 brush again, a little bit more of that shade Macaron. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush and I'm going to pick up some of this shade Tart and place that all over the inner corner of my lid. And actually I'm going to drag it up through the crease to meet that green color Macaron. And I'm not liking how the whole, I kind of put a matte shade around a whole bunch of shimmers. So I'm going to take the same brush and this color Puffs and put that on top of where I place crepes. And I'm going to grab this BH Cosmetics, it's a number 2 brush, it's just a tapered blending brush. I'm going to grab some of this color, Berry Mousse. It's almost a skin tone color. And I'm just going to put that under the brow bone because I brought primer all the way up. Just to set it. I'll bring a little bit to the inner corner too. And then I'm just going to lightly blend the edges. Okay, BH Cosmetics brush again, the number 3, and some more of that shade Macarons, just to, I'm finding it is really losing its intensity as I go. So just to kind of spruce it up a bit more again. And then I cleaned off that BH number 2 brush. I'm going to grab some of crepes and run that along the lower lash line. Up till it meets Macarons. Maybe actually just a little bit above it right there. Kind of wrap around it. You can barely tell it's so pastel, so It's okay. Alright, and then I'm going to grab this little very flat dent shader brush and some of the shade here, Crepes. Sorry if I was calling that one Crepes, it's Creme. And then I'm just going to grab that BH brush again and blend. And just to have a little bit of fun, I'm going to grab some more of that shade Macarons, that green shade on that flat shader brush. And run a little bit of that on the lower lash line too. Not too much, just to get the sparkle. I think I'm going to use a green eyeliner. Alright, and just to intensify the inner corner, I'm going to grab an e.l.f. pencil brush, some Kat Von D setting spray. Any setting spray or water will work. Spray that a couple times. And I'm going to pick up this shade Tart again. Put that on the inner corner. Yeah, that helped it a lot, didn't it? It's very duochrome-y. It's like a white to purple color. Then I'm going to go in and run this Lise Watier eyeliner in Blackest Black on the upper waterline. On the lower waterline, I'm going to use this Gosh Velvet Touch eyeliner in the shade Alligator. And then use some e.l.f. liquid liner, the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and throw some lashes on. I'll let you know what lashes I choose when I get back. And I'll see you in a minute here. Alright, so here's the finished look, guys. I do like how it turned out. My lash glue is still drying, so apologize for that. But I like how it turned out, and now this is all an all shimmer look, right? It's very nice and it's fresh, and it does go with the theme of my earrings and lipstick, and it is cohesive. I do like it. The shadows do perform well for what they are. You know, they are pastel-y. Sorry, the palette's kind of a mess. I've been playing with it a little bit. A lot of these shades are pastel-y. And you do have a couple deeper shades, but this brown here, I'll give you a swatch of it. It looks like this really rich brown. But see, it goes on lighter. Like, I find that with most Juvias shadows, and see how it's blending. Once you put it down, it kind of sticks and has a little bit of a hard time. If you work it, it will do what you need it to do, but see, it's not as deep of a... Let's grab my towel here. It's not as deep of a brown as one would think. This magenta shade, because I didn't use it, I'll swatch that for you too. And this silver shade. All the other shades I did use on my eyes. So here's this magenta shade, which is really pretty. And then here's that silvery shade, which I do really, really, really love. So these colors are nice. Getting a cohesive look is somewhat easy, but somewhat difficult. You know, I have a look in my head, and it always ends up turning out different with this palette, just because these shadows, you know, don't perform or aren't what I expect. They don't do what I expect them to do, right? You've seen that with the shade here, Creme. I was trying to do a matte lid, but it ended up not really working out because I put that duochrome shade Tart, and so I ended up putting puffs on top of it and just having an all shimmery eye look. Now, if you're not in your 20s with this and you're a little bit older, do you want an all shimmery eye look? It's up to you. Anybody can wear them. I know that women that are a little bit older than me tend to go for more matte looks, just because shimmers usually enhance your creases. I do have hooded eyes, and I still find this to be a fun look. Would this be a look I wear every day? No, probably not. If I wanted a matte shimmery look, if I wanted a matte pastel eyeshadow look, I would probably go with the Kat Von D Pastel Goth, you know, and that's kind of what I expect out of this palette, but I'm not getting. I don't know what my dog's barking at. So I'm not really getting that. I think this is more of, once again, one of those enhancer palettes that Juvia's Place comes out with. You know, they have their staple palettes like the Nubian 2, the Masquerade palette's really good, the Zulu palette's really good, but there's some other palettes by them what is it? The Magic, yeah, the Magic palette I find is just an enhancer palette. This palette, I would say, once again, is just an enhancer palette. It's a palette with those fun shades to add into your looks. That's just what I think. So would I say that this is my favorite Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette? No. Is it my least favorite? No. It's just kind of meh to me. It performs well, it does what it needs to do, but it's just not one of those palettes that I would reach for on a daily basis and be satisfied with my eyeshadow looks. It's just how it is. Now, would I be satisfied if I used the Douce palette with the Nubian 2 palette? Oh yeah, sure, I could come up with a ton of looks. So it just depends on what you're going for with this eyeshadow palette. It does have some really nice duochromes. I will have a swatch video up later on where you can see swatches of this palette, but that shade Tart and Puffs, those two shades, they are duochromes, so that's nice. What else can I say about it? Yeah, and I do like that it comes with a flesh tone shade, so that's really nice, and it's nice to add on with everything. You know, this palette with the Nubian 2, you would be able to create so many looks with it and have a lot of fun with it. So I do once again think that it's an okay palette. If you're debating on getting this palette and over, let's say, the Zulu palette or something like that, it's really going to depend on your preference, because the formula, the performance of the shadows are fine. It's just what kind of looks are you trying to create, right? The price is fine with the palette. I wouldn't knock it for that. So yeah, my final thoughts are palette's meh. It's okay. Not my favorite. Not the worst palette ever. But once again, if you did want to create a pastel look, if you're going for more of a full cohesive pastel look, I would recommend the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. I know that you can't really buy it anymore, but maybe you can find it online somewhere. I do know that, what is it, that brand called? The Bakery or something like that. They have a pastel palette, so there's other ones out there if that's what you're going for. But anyways, guys, let me know if you like this look by giving me a thumbs up. Also, please follow me on Instagram. I'll have my handle right here on the screen for you. It's just at Paige Mifflin. And also, please subscribe so we can continue on this makeup loving journey together. Thanks, guys. Bye.